Top stories today in our Friday Smart Start. This time next year, several school buildings and campuses in the city school district will be closed. The Board of Education voted in favor of this controversial revamp of RCSD.
Well, as Hayden Wentworth explains to us, they seem to be pointing to an address and trying to address the decline in enrollment. Hayden.
Brennan, Michaela, the board voted 5-2, approving the restructuring proposal that will close 11 schools and multiple buildings. In September, Superintendent Dr. Carmine Peluso presented the proposal focusing on high-quality instruction and modernization in a time of declining enrollment. The current operating capacity, according to the district, is about 37,000. At the time the plan was proposed, nearly 22,000 kids were enrolled. News 8 spoke with staff members of School Number 2, a campus that will shut down, discussing the concerns they have with the plan.
Our fear is that our children are going to be absorbed into schools where they're unfamiliar, causing trauma to their well-being and disrupting their lives. For what? Our children deserve a community school. They deserve to not have their routines upset. They deserve to be in a place where they feel safe, nurtured, and loved.
The district says a lottery for the students in the affected schools will begin in December. Updates will be provided on a monthly basis. And for a full list of closures, we have that on the homepage of rochesterfirst.com. Brennan, Michaela, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Hayden. A Rochester police captain now voices his frustrations after two teens were arrested for murder. On October 5th, 32-year-old Shalar Davey was found shot dead on Portland Avenue, and now 16-year-old Jordan Torres and 15-year-old Eric Thomas have been arrested and charged with second-degree murder. Investigators do say this shooting appears to have stemmed from a marijuana-related robbery.
This year alone, we've arrested, I think it's 3 or 4 juveniles for murder who have prior gun arrests, and they were stolen car arrests. I think almost all of them have prior stolen car arrests, and they're getting let out. They're getting appearance tickets, and the level of crime and the amount of violence that they're going to commit is going to escalate after each occurrence because there's no ramifications for their work.
That was Captain Frank Umbrino, who also adds that to solve this problem, all sides need to take some time, try to understand each other. And even though real change could be a long process, it does have to start somewhere. The two teens who were charged in the murder of Davey were not released on appearance tickets.
The state's highest court will not hear this appeal from the family and legal team for James Krausneck. Late last year, Krausneck was convicted in the Brighton Axe murder case when his wife was killed 40 years ago. He died in May while appealing this process. That led to his conviction being tossed. That is typical here in the court system. For decades until his death, Krausneck maintained his innocence. His legal team and family wanted to see this appeal through after he passed, but a regional appellate court ruled it could not move ahead. And late last month, the Court of Appeals said the same thing, denying the request from his lawyers. Sunrise traffic here, 6:52. We do have some wet roads. We will check that forecast coming up momentarily with Liam Healy. For now, looking at any accidents, one downtown West Broad Street at Allen Street. There's been another one for anyone about to hop on 590 coming from Penfield or Webster at Empire Boulevard. Still waiting for that to fully clear. We'll check the roads again at 725.
President Biden addressed the nation from the Oval Office last night. He continues to urge support, military, as well as funding for Israel and Ukraine. The president says that the outcomes of both wars are vital to American national security. And the president is expected to ask Congress for billions of dollars to help fund both nations' military needs.
On Capitol Hill, meantime, the Republican-led House still does not have a new speaker. Again today, Congressman Jim Jordan is expected to make his third effort in the chamber to win the gavel after he failed to get enough votes the first 2 rounds this week. Kevin McCarthy was voted out of the job just over 2 weeks ago. This planned nurses strike scheduled for next week for 5 days at Rochester General will not happen as planned. Both sides did reach an agreement, a tentative deal that will provide a larger salary bump for nurses. The proposal is a 3.5-year contract that also has adjustments to address their staffing concerns. Leaders with the hospital system and the union call it a win for everyone involved.
What we did get is a lot more than we have ever gotten. We're seeing things that I have never seen in 15 years. The raises and the staffing grids and the fact that they're willing to take accountability for unsafe staffing is just ultimately huge. So this is 100% an improvement from the amount of time I've been here.
Still not done yet. This will need to be ratified. Union members plan to vote on the contract coming up Wednesday.
So a little bit of rain today, tomorrow, and into Sunday, and it's going to be kind of that same deal a little bit as we head into the weekend as well out by Foxborough. That's where we're really going to start to see some of that rain continue to push its way through. On your 8-day forecast, you continue to see that. And I think that during the Bills game, it is going to be raining, so it's going to have some impact on play. We'll likely deal with some winds as well. Hopefully, it's a play that comes in the Bills' favor as they take on the Patriots there.
You know what? I don't think those fans could be deterred by anything.
No.
Listen, 70 degrees, no wind, no rain, right on the couch. Sunday. Got that?
There you go.
Enjoy your weekend, everybody. We're back here in half an hour.
And CBS Mornings is coming up next.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.